What's up guys, it's Logan here from the Motorcycle Forge, and today we're going to be fitting some big lumpy cams in my SB150 race bike. Now for those of you who don't know what this is what happens when an Rs125 Honda has a baby with a FXR150 Suzuki. It has probably 23, 24 horsepower, it's 80 kg, it corners like it's on rails, and it's the most fun motorcycle I've ridden on the racetrack so far. Right, now let's take this thing apart and get the old cams out. So the plan is we've got to disconnect pretty much everything from the motor apart from the front engine mount, and we'll pivot the motor down at the back, and that will allow us to get the cam cover off, because at the moment there's not enough clearance. As you can see, it's pretty close to the frame. Everything's disconnected off the motor. Now I should just be able to pull this bolt out and the motor should drop down. The motor is down. Now let's whip this cam cover off. Now the easiest way to turn the motor over is take the spark plug out, put the transmission in top gear, which is 6 on this motor, and then just grab a tool, put it on the sprocket, and you turn it and the motor will turn over nice and freely. Next up is we're going to undo all these cam cap bolts. Now I've got a nice clean ice cream container to put all our bolts, etc. out of the cam compartment. Next up, that rubber there we have to remove out of the cam chain tensioner, like that. Now the rubber's out, and if we put the screwdriver in the end, so we're going to turn this all the way around. When it gets to the end, it jams, and then you can take it out, and the cam chain is not tight. So we've got the bungee, and it's holding tension on the chain so it's not going to fall off the crank. Now we're going to take the cylinder head off, put on some plasticine on top of the piston, put the new cams in, rotate it over once, and then I've got to measure how close the valves get to the piston, take into account how much closer they're going to be once the correct shims are in there, and then get the new shims, maybe notch the piston depending on what our results are. But before I do any of that, got to put some sprockets on the camshafts, otherwise they're not going to spin. Easiest way to remove the cam sprockets is lock up the cam in a vise with a couple bits of wood, and you can undo the bolts super easy. To stop these bolts coming out and turning my engine into wall art, I'm using the good stuff. Cylinder head is off, is over there. We've got our Play-Doh on the piston, and that is in all the pockets, and so that we'll be able to measure the valves. Now let's chuck the head back on the bike. I measured the plasticine off camera, and we have enough piston to valve clearance. It is now the next day. We've got new shims for our big lumpy cams, so that's one of them there. Now what we're going to do is harden them, because these are custom shims, they've been made. So we've got a blowtorch, we're going to heat them up cherry red, dip them in the water, that will harden them, and next we're going to heat them with a blowtorch, not get them super hot but hot enough, and just let them cool, and that will temper them. So they're hardened and tempered, and they'll be good to go. Our shims are all hardened and tempered now, and they are looking good, nice and dark blue. Next up is installing and torquing our cylinder head, oiling the cam journals, and putting in the lumpy cams. Always, and I mean always, double check your cam timing, because you do not want to destroy your motor. And a bit more oil. When you're doing up cam cap bolts, try to do them as evenly as possible so nothing gets out of whack. Now that we've double checked our timing, we want to seal up the motor as quick as possible so nothing can fall in there. So we're going to put our spark plug in, our bung in where the timing inspection hole is, and then last but not least the cam cover on the top, and then I can move the motor back into position. Now the motor's all sealed up, let's put it back into position, attach everything else, so let's cue the time lapse. And that's the race bike all back together. Now, I want to test it, but it's kind of like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I really don't want to wake up the neighbor's kids. So I'll have to do that in the morning. So cut to the morning. I got it going, and it is purring like a kitten, and I look forward to seeing how the lumpy cams do on the racetrack. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe smash that like and subscribe. That'll let me know you want to see more videos like this on my race bike. Otherwise, this has been Logan from the Motorcycle Forge. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.